Hello guys and welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to talk about one of the biggest lies in the trading industry, which is trading only one pair. So I want you to look at this tweet right here. I'm 100% sure that you have seen this hundreds of times. This recycled tweet about trading one pair, one setup, one session, one strategy. And it really looks cool and clean, and this is the way to go. But I can agree with the other three, but not the first one. And I'm not sure why people advertise this as the holy grail of trading. And today we're gonna talk about this, about why trading only one pair is not the best solution for you to reach your goal easily. So one thing that I noticed is that people in the trading world are divided into three categories. The first one, believe in the one pair or one asset theory, alright, being the best way to trade, and it is a big portion of traders. Another equally big portion of traders are the people who believes in many assets, so having 25 or 15 pairs or plus 20 pair or asset to trade. It is the way to go. Having a lot of opportunities, a lot of setups daily, and you're gonna build your equity curve quickly. So what I notice, it is either full in many assets plus 15 plus 20, or it is extremely minimalistic approach and going with only one asset. Small portion of traders trades with few assets. So why is that? Why trading few assets for 5 pairs is not advertised and taught much like these two? So what I noticed, and based on my experience, alright, and I tried all of them, the 3 of them, and this is what you need to do in the world of trading. Don't take anybody's word. When someone says this is better than this, you're gonna try both of them, both of these options, and verify if it's right or wrong. Alright? And this is exactly what I invite you to do. Try the 3 of them. And I believe you already tried at least 2 of them. Alright? So why few assets is, in my opinion, the way to go. Having one asset, of course, it has its advantages and disadvantages. Same goes to many assets. But what I found is that having few assets can bring you the advantages from this and the advantages from this, and it will eliminate tremendously the negatives from here and here. But let's talk about these two right here. Let's compare only these two. Let me show you another graph right here. And this represents an equity curve. Alright? A healthy equity curve, in my opinion, if you have a system with 60, 50%, 40% win rate, whatever, what you will notice that you're gonna have periods of drawdown or periods of underperforming and losing streaks. Of course, there is a normal sequence, there is a winning streak and there is losing streaks. That's all part of the probabilities, but you will find that you will have periods, alright, whatever, weeks, it can be days, it can be weeks. Let's say that this equity curve in the span of 12 or 2 years, alright? So you're gonna have more of these, of course, not just 3. So what I did is that I reviewed my equity curve from backtesting, from live trading, alright? And I was trying to figure out why these are happening, alright? Why my system underperform for some period and then continue with the normal sequence. Of course, you can say it's all part of the probabilities. You can't have 90% win rate and your equity curve will be a straight line like this, and you're right, but I was trying to find a common ground between these. So I reviewed the properties of the first one, and I had like 12 or 13 periods of underperforming. Alright, so I reviewed and extracted the properties of the first one, the second one, the third one, all the way to the last one. And what I found is that 80% of them, it happened because I was having a bad reading on the higher time frame. I'm talking about only one pair, all right? Only one pair. So what I found is that 80% of these periods of losing, it's because the market entered a new cycle and I don't have a clear reading on the higher time frame. So I was aware of that. And although I did some modifications on my edge, I was still getting those losing streaks because of that ambiguous price action on the higher time frame. And we are seeing the exact same thing happening on NQ at this period of time, right? The last month or two. So I tried to reduce my trades tremendously, but still, I was still getting caught on that. I was okay with that because I know that I'm gonna bounce back. It is just a normal part of the process, all right? But what I learned is that I was aware of the change in cycle or the change in behavior. So I will either be very selective with my trades or I can reduce the risk, or I can reduce the frequency of the trades, or I can stop trading for 2 weeks, 3 weeks until we get back to a normal cycle where everything is clean. Or what I can do, the other choice is moving on to another asset that is clean. The current cycle of that asset is extremely clean, either trending to the downside or the upside, series of highs and lows, everything is obvious. So why not doing that? There's a concept of high probability and low probability days. A lot of people talk about it, and a lot are able to identify that whether this week or this day is low or high probability. If you can do that, why not having 4 pairs or 4 asset classes or 4 assets? I mean, for example, you have NQ, you have your USD, you have crude oil, you have gold. All right, why not having these 4 and you choose only the high probability one for that week or for that day? All right, you scan them. You don't have 20, you only have 4. You scan them and you choose the cleaner one, the obvious one, the one that screams at you that it wants to go to that level or this level. So why sticking to only one? And every single day you have to test your patience and push it to the extreme. Every day is a battle to be patient. It doesn't have to be like this. All right, I know that a lot of time you're trading your pair, whatever, and the week was so easy to trade. It was clean. It didn't have to be this extreme patient. All right, it didn't push your discipline to the limits. All right, it was easy to trade. A lot of people can relate to this. So why not choose for that week or for that day the pairs that's gonna give you that? All right, there's really low probability that on that particular day all 4 of them are in a tight range, tight consolidation, wicks, long wicks everywhere. No, there's likely to be one of them, at least one of them is extremely obvious. And from my experience, this is the way to trade. So in my opinion, trading one pair is trading in hard mode. All right, trading one pair is going to have periods where it is easy. It's also going to have periods where it is hard. People think that trading one pair, after 2 years or 3 years, they're going to master that pair and everything is going to be easy for them. Every day is an easy day. No, you're still going to have those periods of you don't have any idea where price might go. Your prediction rate will go down. It's going to start taking consecutive losses. All right, it's not going to get any easier. Right, it's always going to be like this. Periods of ease, periods of hardship. So why not having 3 or 4 and only choosing those periods of ease? All right, days where it is easy. So I strongly recommend you to try it at least for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, all right, and see for yourself. See if things gets better psychologically and technically, all right, or it gets worse. But you need to try it out. So I hope you like this video. If you have any other questions, always DM me in my Twitter account or leave a comment down below and I'll answer you as soon as I can. Now happy trading and good luck.